Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Playwright Bess Wohl is making her Broadway debut with her latest, Grand Horizons, at Second Stage's Helen Hayes Theater. Under the direction of Leigh Silverman, it features a stellar cast led by Jane Alexander, James Cromwell, Michael Urie, and Ashley Park, and we caught up with the company on opening night. Welcome to Broadway. It's your debut. How does it feel?
Thrilling, surreal, it's a cliche, but it is a dream come true. It was a thrill. You know, they taught me so much about my play every step of the way. Jane Alexander, James Cromwell. I mean, these are people who, when they talk, you listen. You know, they're just incredible actors, and they really helped me shape the journey of the play, and they're so generous and funny and truthful, and Leigh has been such a great guide in the process. She's incredible. So we were really blessed with this company.
Just being in the room with Bess, she's one of the best playwrights. She writes about real people, real situations. It must be so easy for a director and actors just to take over her world.
You know, her writing is so particular, it's so exact. She has such an amazing ear for rhythm, for character, and her comedy always comes out of a kind of deep sense of conflict and high stakes. So, of course, the characters all feel like they're in this very intense moment of crisis, so the audience is having a great time, and that kind of finding the comedy out of the pathos, I think, is so specific and unique to Bess.
Yeah, I think she's a wonderful writer, and I like the fact of how she integrated very important societal issues from a woman's point of view, examining what happens to a woman on a very personal, not the big stuff, not the Me Too, not everything that happens in this culture to women, but the basic living day to day, the day in, day out. And she articulated it in a way that people can laugh, and yet at the same time they can hear the truth in it. So they're really moved at the same time. That's Chekhov.
Bess is so meticulous. She's there all the time. She's quiet as a mouse, but she has this enormous talent and brain. And she was an absolute delight to work with.
So when you first got the play, what went through your mind and what made you say, yes, I want to do this?
I laughed out loud 8 times, reading it alone. And I said, oh my gosh, something's here.
We found a lot of versions of this play. And the one that we found finally tonight, that you saw tonight, is just leaps off the page, leaps off the stage. And to watch her nuance, to fix, to put, pull one thread and then later push the other one, it was fascinating. It was a really fascinating process. And she and Leigh have such an incredible shorthand. They're so good together. And this cast was total dream.
Oh my gosh, I auditioned for the show because I wanted to work with Leigh Silverman, and then I read Bess Wohl's script and I said, I have got to play one of her characters. She just gives the most breadth and layering and space for finding real humans, and I'm so proud of what we've built. We really used this preview process. We had 10 to 30 new pages sometimes every day, and this company of people, I've never been in such a family of love, truly.
Her language is so real. There's a lot of I know, and but those are all written in. So it's a very real language. And originally in the script, it said that my character was from the Midwest. So I tried to give it just a little touch of, oh yeah, but not too much. So it's very rich, and her material is very rich. And I think beyond her years of experience, for her to capture that reality is fantastic.
Every single character in this play is so interesting and so human and so real. And I think that to be honest, we're maybe 37 performances in or whatever, I still find things to laugh at every night, just hearing it over the monitors. Every night it's a little different out on stage, getting to work with Michael Urie, who's a friend and who we've worked together in sort of peripheral ways for a long time, but to get to do something this intense together is really fun. There's so many things I love about it.
Well, I moved to New York in 2001, 19 years ago, after just having had a summer at Williamstown Theater Festival where I worked alongside a young actress named Bess Wohl. And I moved to the city and I waited tables, I did that stuff, and then I ended up in LA doing several TV shows. And to find myself back here some 19 years later, starring in Bess's play on Broadway, a dream of mine to always be here, is truly one of those moments you just kind of pinch yourself.